Sales is a nasty word, or at least that's what Hollywood has made you believe. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? What's up? I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly, How to Finally Stand Out from the Crowd. With me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at startwheel.org. Thanks for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business no matter the climate. It's pretty hot out today. The Fervent Four is powered by the SBDC, which helps local small businesses grow through counseling and resources like this show. If you're interested in learning more on how the SBDC can help your business, head to startwheel.org/weekly. Without sales, your business is a hobby and cannot succeed. Insert Chad Stenzel, a sales training guru with so much experience, I can't list it all here. But once he sold ice to an Eskimo. I think that's how that line is supposed to go. Who knows? Is that first question is like, have you really sold ice to an Eskimo, Chad?
Well, Zack, I wouldn't sell anything to somebody that they didn't need. So if I did sell it to an Eskimo, it's because they definitely needed some ice at that time.
I guess we didn't talk about the climate that they were in. Maybe that Eskimo was in Miami.
And the only way to find that out would be how?
I don't know. Ask them questions.
You have to ask good questions. Exactly right, Zack.
Well, as the best interview in the world, obviously I know a thing or two about what question
you certainly do
to ask. What was the first? Do you remember like the first thing that you ever sold in your life, like as a kid?
Well, as a kid, I guess probably the proverbial lemonade stand, right? So I remember doing that. I also remember playing sports. Every once in a while, I think we had to do a fundraiser. And at some point, I think I had to sell some frozen pizzas that I'm sure were marked up ridiculously and probably no better than what you'd find at the grocery store. But I remember walking around the neighborhood selling those things. And of course,
were they like the frozen pizzas where you had to like put the whole kit together too?
No, I think they were assembled. It was a little more highbrow, right? They were assembled for you, but I remember those kind of things. And early in I wasn't one of these kids. I think some kids probably use Zack. Maybe you thought from the very beginning, I'm going to be in business. I'm going to do all these things, or I'm going to be this great salesperson. I was not that way. I was going to play quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, and my genetics made sure that there was no chance that was actually going to happen, probably. So at some point I transitioned into this thought, but so it was later in life, I guess. For me, I was probably in my early to mid 20s when I started to really get interested in this idea of selling and entrepreneurship. So, but the first thing, the standard lemonade.
So you brought up the Minnesota Vikings. So when Lizzo says no man on the Minnesota Vikings, who do you think that man is?
I have no idea. I've heard speculation. Apparently, it was somebody who I don't think is on the team anymore at this point. But the interesting thing to me about that song, the Vikings, this will bore everybody probably listening, but one of their main rivals are the Green Bay Packers. And in Wisconsin, the pop station actually bleeped that out when she says Minnesota Vikings, because it was so controversial. You couldn't talk about the Vikings in Green Bay. So that's what I know about that song.